What if I told you that you could make 5 figures a month quickly and potentially more right from home simply by creating your own AI influencer? Well, you can, and there's plenty of people already doing it right now, and it's actually super easy to do, plus you never have to get on camera like this or create any of your own content yourself. The AI is going to do it all for you. Now, I'll cover exactly how to do that in this video with all the tools needed, covered in depth a bit for you, and the entire strategy involved. But if you look around on social media, it's not hard to see anyone with any kind of followings able to monetize that following simply by selling things like information products, consulting, related products and services to whatever they're creating content around, or even monthly subscriptions to access special perks or members only content. And this subscription model for creators and influencers has been blowing up lately, and for good reason. It is one of the easiest and most reliable ways to monetize a following. Plus, you're earning recurring revenue from every single person every single month, not just a one-off sale. Now, there's several tools out there to do this currently. We've all heard of Patreon. Sam Ovens just launched School a few years ago, and there's even OnlyFans, which, yes, that's synonymous, of course, with you know what, but there's plenty of other people selling memberships to other things on there as well. In a nutshell, it's just another subscription website. But my personal favorite that I think is really cool is Fanvue.com. Now, of course, you can use any of these, including Fanvue, with the following or community that you've built with your personal brand, like this YouTube video, for example. But unlike the other ones, Fanvue actually allows you to sign up and charge subscriptions for AI influencers too, which is a game changer, right? So if you want to try Fanvue, you can. I will link it for you below. That means that you're able to create an AI influencer and build a following that you can monetize that community then on Fanvue without ever creating any content personally yourself or ever getting on camera. You can just sit in the background behind the computer, raking in the profit. So here's exactly how to set up your AI profile on Fanvue and then explode its presence on social media. So first, as we touched on, Fanvue is the perfect platform for these AI influencers because it is the only one that actually allows these AI influencers on the platform. The verification is easy too. That process is super simple. You can use your own ID and own information, but then you don't actually need to be the person in the profile charging for that subscription, right? Unlike all the others where whatever you actually upload as that specific person, you need to be on the profile. Then you can obviously remain anonymous because of that and then make that profile for anybody that you want. Plus, there's way less competition too. Fanvue only has 60,000 influencers compared to OnlyFans 2 million or Patreon's 300,000. So there's so much more piece of the pie to claim with a lot less people fighting over it. So the first step is to obviously set your profile picture up and your banner. You can hire someone to create this for you for $5 on Fiverr, or you can use Canva to create one very easily. Just make sure that when you go through the settings, you create a custom banner that's 1192 by 335 pixels. That is the actual banner size on Fanvue. Next, you want to create the bio based on whatever your AI avatar or AI influencer is doing. Obviously, more on this shortly, but it's just going to depend on your niche and whatever it is, you know, value-wise and content-wise that you're offering. For your subscription price next, you ideally want to start low. I'd recommend going $3.99 to attract subscribers in the beginning, but you want to increase this as you build your following and not necessarily charge too much in the beginning. Now, Fanvue is the base for where we're going to build our subscription model, right? Because again, we can use and register an AI influencer here. We don't have to be the person charging, which is not the case elsewhere. And then you can monetize your viewers right from the first video or right from the first post. You obviously want to focus on building a page or a channel where you're consistently delivering value to a target audience, right? It doesn't have to be selling yourself. It can be focusing on any skill, any service, or really anything. Now, I always use the random example of the plumber talking about plumbing tips for the average home buyer, which is a massive market and a very expensive problem, right? And it's a problem that a lot of people, speaking from experience, pay a lot of money for if they can't fix these things themselves, which is obviously what that specific content would aim to do in that situation. Or another example I've tried recently was a jiu-jitsu tips page. So if you look at YouTube or Instagram or even TikTok, there are a ton of people giving out tips for this, just talking on camera like this, giving their insights and their experience about getting better at jiu-jitsu and what you can expect at different stages in your journey, right? Things to focus on, things that you might struggle with, mentality towards certain things, right? And these videos are super easy to paraphrase or rewrite with AI like ChatGPT or Copilot or whatever. And then you can have your own AI influencer giving the insights and the tips on camera, obviously leading to your bio link or your description link, where you'd then be charging a subscription for more exclusive perks or more insight or even additional training material or whatever you want. Now, obviously, this is going to differ niche to niche and page to page, but I just wanted to give you two actual tangible random examples to kind of get you thinking outside of the box and start thinking like, oh, wow, like, yeah, I don't just have to be a 20-year-old girl to make money with this. Then slowly, as your viewers appreciate your effort and the value that your videos and your posts are providing, you can throw in a post here and there, or even end a video if it's a YouTube video, for example, and caption here and there if it's a post on, Instagram, for example, and just say something like, hey, I'm really grateful for your time and attention. I spend hours curating the best information possible for you and trying to present it to you in an entertaining way so it's appealing. So if you appreciate this and you want to level up even further, even faster, then the link to my Fanvue is in the description or the bio or wherever. And obviously that is a subtle way, and I kind of just ripped it off the top of my head there, but it's not too salesy, which is key. And it would take place after the main part of the script that you've already delivered, so the viewers have gotten value from that video before you've actually asked, right? Or you mix in a few value posts ahead of time if you're doing Instagram for this, for example, or even TikTok, and then you kind of use the Gary V jab, 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 right hook with the actual call to action to the bio link in this case. So to piggyback off that plumber example and really drive this home, let's say, for instance, you're doing a YouTube channel, a TikTok page, and an Instagram page where your AI avatar is giving those plumbing tips. Well, you could start a Fanvue, charge just $3.99 a month in the beginning, or whatever's cheap enough price point that most people won't bat an eye at it as long as they're getting enough value. And then every single day, or maybe every few days, you could drop a tip in the group so members can see it. Maybe it's like how to winterize your pipes so the cold weather doesn't make expensive leaks that you might not be aware of that could happen and then obviously cost you a fortune come summertime or spring, right? Or maybe it's how to make sure that your sump pump's working properly so your basement doesn't get flooded during the next rain or whatever. Now, these are two examples from my own life that are very costly that I wish I would have known about ahead of time, right? So for your average home buyer, it's very valuable, obviously, once you reach that target audience. Now, as you slowly create more and more content around a specific topic, in this example, it's plumbing, you get more and more members on your Fanvue, right? And if you run the numbers, you really don't need that many people to monetize pretty well every single month. Start doing the math. It'll get you inspired, right? Get your calculator out. It gets pretty enticing and pretty exciting pretty fast. So now that we actually have the strategy down, right? And we've touched on setting up the Fanvue for the AI influencer, how then do we actually make and use an AI influencer? Well, today it has never been easier to do this. You don't need any technical skills. You don't need any special AI ninja skills. You really don't need much at all. There are a ton of sites that will let you tap into pre-made AI avatars, and there's even ones that will actually let you create your own customizable one that nobody else can use. That way you can make sure that it's different and it's differentiated from all the other ones that other people are using and other, human influencers as well. It is literally a crazy time that we're living in, and the possibilities are really endless. Not only are these AI avatars pretty freaking good already, they're getting better every single day, and a few months from now, I bet they'll be pretty close to indistinguishable for most people scrolling social media. Scary? For sure, right? But also a major opportunity for us if we can use that to our advantage, which is exactly what this video is talking about. So for the 3 sites that I'd recommend that you look into to start with, they are stupidly easy to set up AI avatars with, and you can use them to make that AI avatar say and do whatever you want in those videos, or even generate pictures for places like Instagram or a number of other things, are Wondershare Verbo, ArcAds, and MakeUGC.ai. I have used all of these myself. I stand behind them and even have in-depth tutorials that will show you how to actually use them too very easily. I will make sure to link all those for you if you want to check them out, or you could just go to my YouTube channel, search for those specific sites on the channel with my name, and they should pop up. All right, so now we have the AI avatar, and we can create endless pictures of them or endless videos of them saying whatever we want. What social media platforms should we be posting these to? So you can really use a combination of a bunch of them, but I'd recommend a combination in the beginning of Instagram with stories, reels, and posts, TikTok videos, and YouTube videos to build the base of your social media presence. Now, ideally, you want to focus on one of those specifically, but having the other ones as well to build off of too can only be beneficial. For example, if you're creating like shorts or YouTube videos, you can also repurpose those as Instagram reels or TikTok videos. If you're posting, Instagram posts, obviously you can post them on your TikTok page and vice versa, right? And with some good, consistent posts, you can grow a decent following on these relatively fast And remember, you don't have to spend your time or your effort to create the content, right? Which means you can fast track this super easily because it's so much easier to create content effortlessly and without your time now. Now, with a combination of these three to start, right? To start, there are other good options out there, but I would recommend these three to start. You can really start raking in the subscribers to your Fanvue, and there's no reason that you can't be making 4 figures or even 5 figures a month doing this. I've talked to several other people that are doing just this with their own AI influencers, hence why it made me look into this in the first place. But don't take it from me. Give it a shot for yourself, right? Head over to Fanvue and sign up to create a profile for your own AI influencer, and then just use one of the AI sites that I mentioned to start pumping out content and put your AI influencer to work for you. Hope it helps.